Hello, hello, and welcome to Lighthouse Tarot. We embrace the light within ourselves and within others. I'm your host, of course, WillowI'nowation, coming back at you with a new video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Lilith in Gemini. So if you don't know what your Lilith sign is, simply go to your birth chart at astrocafe.com, put in your birth time, place, and birth time, place, and it should go ahead and calculate that for you. And you're going to want to scroll down to the Lilith part, and then right next to Lilith it'll tell you Lilith in Aries, Lilith in Capricorn, or Lilith in Gemini. Pretty easy. So anyway, we're talking about Lilith. So Lilith is the part of ourselves that we push away, that we push down, as our shadow selves. In Hebrew, Genesis, when Christianity through Hebrew, they like to talk about a woman named Lilith that came before Eve, and she was quite rebellious and did not want to listen to Adam or listen to God, so she was thrown out of the garden. So Lilith is the part of ourselves that we push down, the part of ourselves we don't show other people. And Gemini is the air sign that represents the two twins, and those two twins represent the two parts of our brains communicating back and forth toward each other. Also the feminine and masculine side, and sometimes you'll have too much of one side if you have Lilith and Gemini, too much masculine energy or too much feminine energy. But I did a little bit of research. So it says Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is the trickster. Mercury represents the trickster. So you either, with your Gemini in Mercury, you keep a lot of secrets, or you say way too much sometimes. You also know how to get what you want, but even when you get what you want, you're not always satisfied. Gemini also rules the fingers, so you might get a 5-finger discount with your Lilith and Gemini. As I was saying before, with the masculine and feminine side, from my research with the Lilith and Gemini, don't allow your logical masculine side to dominate yourself. Allow that feminine side to come in. What is femininity? Femininity is being, creating, flow, creativity, outlets, writing, drawing, singing, painting, organizing, keeping things a certain way, interior design. Femininity is just allowing that soft, quiet thing, hugs, a soft touch. So sometimes with Lilith and Gemini, you'll have too much masculine energy, and you don't give yourself enough of an output for your feminine energy to come out in a healthy way. Whew. So, when you have your Lilith and Gemini, which I have this placement myself, and it's been trial and error, but this is one thing I have found with Lilith and Gemini, which if they're unhealed, Lilith and Gemini, they hurt or heal people using your words, your mind, and your voice. Lilith and Gemini, if you have this placement, you're really good at communicating exactly what needs to be said. But the minute that someone hurts you or tries to screw you over, you know exactly how to say something to someone to hurt them in a particular place in their life. Lilith and Gemini is very observant, and even though they love to yap, they love all that yapping, but with the Lilith and Gemini, they will also observe and they'll listen to you. Gemini and Lilith love gossip. They love drama. And I know for once, when I was a server with my Lilith and Gemini back in the day, I would go sit next to the manager's table or towards the servers where I wasn't really friends with them, but I would just be like, oh, what's the tea? And that just opens the door to a plethora of drama. And I didn't even know who they were talking about. And this play, I didn't know what they were talking about or who it was, but I was like, really? And he did that? And she said that? Lilith and Gemini are good instigators, but yeah, like I was saying, with the Lilith and Gemini, sometimes they can give others a silent treatment when they are upset. or they're angry. And of course, some of them use people as pawns in their chess game. Which also, if you have Gemini in Lilith, or you're a Gemini sun, moon, or rising, I'm not saying that you use people as chess. I'm just saying, like, the lower part of Gemini, the unhealed Gemini, a Gemini when they were younger, they might have done this. So let's see, what else did I do that? Oh yeah, with Lilith and Gemini, you could see that you might have had a learning disability, maybe ADHD, dyslexia, some type of learning disability growing up, and people literally made fun of how you talked. It's so messed up, but it's true. The bullies be bullying you. Some Lilith and Geminis gatekeep their thoughts or opinions, and some have double lives, to the fact where they might even keep their friends secret, friends apart from each other, to keep their friend groups separate. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. A lot of overthinking can be done with their Gemini in Lilith, because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, like I already said, and you're thinking and you're thinking and you're thinking, and you just really overthink. A Gemini is more logical. A lot of Geminis that I personally know, that I've been friends with, Sun, Moon, or Rising Gemini, they either don't think about it at all, or they overthink it to the death. But really, for Gemini, Lilith, if you're Lilith and Gemini and you're watching this, or you're a Gemini in general, the best thing is to get it out of your head. Like, I have a Gemini best friend, and they used to write poems all the time. And I have a Lilith and Gemini myself, and I love to write. I love to read. I love to draw. I'll show y'all next time. Actually, wait, I might just, let me see if I can, here. I drew this, and I have it up in my room. Well, I didn't draw it. I colored it. But that's very soothing to me. And if you have a Lilith and Gemini and you're feeling, kind of bad in life right now, you're a little stuck between, life is a journey. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey, as my wise Capricorn sister told me before. But with your Lilith and Gemini, you really need an outlet, because yes, you can gossip all day on the phone and talk to other people, but with Lilith and Gemini, if you get it out through writing, through, using tarot cards, or drawing, coloring, getting outside and doing stuff, that will help you with Lilith and Gemini. And honestly, if you start a podcast, or if you're on YouTube like this, like, I already feel 10 times better now that I'm making this video. Is this video in the lighting that I want? No. Is it in the outfit? Probably not. But do I feel better after doing it? Yes, I do. Because Lilith and Gemini, you guys have so many great ideas, and it just breaks my heart that growing up, you were told to be quiet. You were told you're talking too much, you're too loud, you're laughing too hard, your laugh is weird, you don't know how to pronounce this certain word. That sucks, bro. That sucks. So with Lilith and Gemini, dude, find an outlet, and you need to find your type of people. I've realized with life, every day is going to start in a new day. They're not the one, and the one thing that is constant is change. Things are always changing. But if you can find people that are like you, that are like nerds, that are into, I don't know, anime, or into Star Wars, or into Lord of the Rings, or into tarot cards, or into writing, or into manga, or into into graphic novels, then your life goes a little bit better. So with Lilith and Gemini, you need that outlet to talk, and to talk freely. And sometimes we have to do that on our podcast, on our YouTube, on our TikTok, because talking to other people, you have that judgment that comes in the middle of a conversation. Whereas if you're talking like this on a podcast, on a video, you can talk freely. And yes, some people comment certain things, but at the end of the day, the only opinion that matters is your opinion of yourself. So yeah, that's what I have on Gemini and Lilith, guys. If you want me to make a part 2 of this, I have done a video in the past. Look how cool this notebook is, though. But anyway, I did this video in the past, I believe 4 or 5 years ago. I decided to touch base on it again, But if you like this video, let me know if you'd like a part 2 by saying part 2 in the comments, but also put down your Gemini emoji if you're Lilith and Gemini or have any Gemini placements in your chart. As always, I'm open for birth chart readings, tarot readings, anything like that. You can email me or message me on TikTok. And I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.